All right, guys, so just a quick review before you guys take your test. Biggest thing, let me zoom out first, hang on. Okay, biggest thing that we have, like if I gave you, okay, there we go, sorry. If I give you f of x equals x squared plus 12x plus blank, okay, and I said complete the square, we're going to take 12 divided by 2 and square it, right? So 12 divided by 2 gives me 6, and then 6 squared gives me 36, okay? So that's on your quiz. Again, if you guys are ever stuck, look at the whiteboard that is over by like the colored thumbs, like the one that I never use. I'm going to leave that up. You guys can always look over there if you're stuck, okay? Next, if I give you f of x squared and I say x squared plus this one, and I say plus like, I don't know, 49, okay? To go this way, we take the square root of 49 and then we multiply it by 2. So the square root of 49 is 7, multiply it by 2 is 14. Okay, then you can always double check it, go the other way. 14 divided by 2, oh, that's 7. 7 squared, oh, that's 49. Cool, you did it right, okay. So there's those. What about if we get a little bit more complicated? Sorry if I butcher this, I'm just going to make it up as I go. But say I gave you f of x equals 3x squared plus 12x plus blank, okay? So you can do it two different ways. You can draw a picture or you can do the algebra, okay? If we drew a picture for this one, it would be 3 x's, right? And then if I have 12 x's, 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? Which means that there's going to be 2 on each side. Okay, and then there's going to be 2 on each side, 2 on each side. So little squares, there'd be 4 little squares, but then there's 4 on here, and then there's 4 on here. So in total, how many little squares do you have? You have 4, 8, 12. Okay, so that would be a 12 right there. Okay, algebraically, you would just divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So you get 3x squared plus 4x plus, and you say what goes there. Same thing, you go 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. To get this number, we go 3 times 4 gives me 12. Okay, so drawing a picture works, so does the algebra. Doesn't really matter which one you do. Second is converting to standard or vertex form. Again, you can draw a picture, right? So if I gave you like 2x squared plus, what's a good one? 12x plus, I don't know, 10, okay? And I said draw a picture for this, okay? If we drew a picture, right, it would be, there's an x squared, there's an x squared. If I have 12 x's split between 2, that's 6 x's in total, which means that there's going to be 3 on each side. Okay, so this is x plus 3. Remember, guys, you have to label your picture. It's plus 3, x plus 3. Okay, and then little guys, there are 9 right here, and there are 9 right here. Okay, so in total, I have 18 little ones. I'm only allowed to have 10. So I need to subtract, let's see, if I have 18 and I want to get to 10, I need to subtract 8. So this would be the picture that would go with this, okay? Next, if I said, hey, write the vertex form, okay? By the way, this is like the second page of your test, okay? If I said write a vertex form for this, we could do it 2 ways. You just drew a picture. So you can do your picture. Oh, I have 2 squares that are x plus 3 in length. And oh, I had to subtract 8 to get to what I wanted. So I subtract 8. Okay. Or you can do standard form to vertex form using the algebra. Okay. And that would look like this. I started with 2x squared plus 12x plus 10. This is where I divide the first 2 numbers by whatever x is. or a, sorry, I put it out front, I get x plus 6x plus blank plus 10 minus blank. The number that goes here, divide this by 2, square it, which is 9. The number that goes after the 10, okay, is whatever this really is, because it's 9 little squares, but that's only one of them. I need to multiply it by 2. So in total, there's 18. Okay. Now I just complete the square, so now I go, oh, look, vertex form. This is really x plus 3, half of that number. Okay. Whoops, let me move the paper. Squared, and then what's 10 minus 18? Oh, that's negative 8. So either way, you'll get the same answer, whether you choose to draw a picture or whether you choose to do this. Okay. I will tell you that on the test, you do have to draw a picture for one of them. You don't have to necessarily vertex form, but if I gave you this equation, on the test it does say represent it by drawing a picture, okay? So just make sure that you really write in here like how to adjust it. Subtract 8, add 10, whatever you need to do, okay? There's that. Finally, if I gave you like, I don't know, x plus 4 squared, okay? And I said, hey, what's the vertex? Okay, remember it's always opposite of what's inside the parentheses. So it's minus 4 and then 0 because there's nothing at the end, right? Then if I said, hey, what's the translation? Okay, that's the left, right, up, down thing. Okay, so the translation for this plus 4 means that your vertex would go to the left 4. So I would write that, left 4. Okay, and that's all I would write for this one. And then I would graph it. So I have my graph. I graph my vertex, which is at negative 4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where I do the whole over 1, up 1 times a. Over 2, up 2 times a. Or sorry, that's a 4. 4 times a. Over 3, up 9 times a. Okay, again, this is on the whiteboard. Okay, so from the vertex, I go over 1, up 1 times a. A is whatever's next to the x squared, or whatever at the very, very front. So an a in this case is 1. So from the vertex, I go over 1 and I go up. Wow, 1 times 1 is 1. So from the vertex, I go up 1. Then I go on this side, over 1, up 1. Okay. Next, from the vertex, I go over 2. I go up 4 times 1 because my a value is 1. So from the vertex, I go over 1, 2. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do a dot. And the next one would be over 3, up 9. Okay, so that one is kind of simple. If I gave you something like this, where it was f of x equals negative 2x squared plus 10, okay? The vertex, guys, this is the exact same thing as saying it like this, negative 2x minus 0 squared plus 10. It's the same thing, okay? So the vertex would be 0, 10, okay? Because next to the x, there's nothing there. There's nothing in parentheses, so it's 0, okay? The shift would be up 10, because that's the 10 at the side. And then I would say that this 2 right here is going to make my parabola be really skinny, okay? So the fancy word for skinny is stretch. Stretch of 2. And then this negative sign is going to flip my graph over, right? My parabola is going to all of a sudden be upside down. So the fancy word to say upside down or flip is to just say that my parabola gets reflected. Okay. Now to graph this, we would go, I would plot my vertex, which was 0, 10. Okay, so here we go. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just kidding. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, so that's right there. Okay. Now, my a value was negative 2. There was a negative 2 in front of the x squared. Okay, so I would go over 1, and then I would go down, because it's negative, 1 times whatever a is, which in this case is negative 2. So 1 times negative 2 gives me 2. Okay, so I go over. From my vertex, I go right 1, and then I go down 1, 2. On this side, I go over 1, and I go down 1, 2. Now to get my next point, I go over 2. I'm going to go down 4 times whatever a is, well, 4 times whatever A is. So 4 times -2, that's -8. So from my vertex, I go over 1, 2, and I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm right here, and I do the same thing on this side. Okay? This is normally the time where I'd be like, are there any questions? So maybe if there's any questions, someone can ask them, and then maybe someone else can answer them. But I'm on my way to Gunnison, so I'm not going to be able to help you. All right. I hope that helps. Once you're done with your test, go ahead and get on Schoology. I posted another video going over 2.5 Ready, Set, Go. It starts to deal with some fractions, and if I was there, I would have taught you how to deal with it, but since I'm not, I made a video. So look at 2.5 Ready, Set, Go. It's in Math 2 and then Module 2, and it just says like 2.5 homework help or something like that. So go ahead, watch that, and then do 2.5 Ready, Set, Go after you finish the class, or after you finish the test. It is due on, let's see, Wednesday. It's due when, is it, wait, yeah, Wednesday. It's due Wednesday because tomorrow's Gold and Wednesday's Gold, okay? So 2.5 Ready, Set, Go is due Wednesday. There's absolutely no excuses for not having it done, okay? All right, good luck. I wish you the best. Have fun.